Hello everyone, welcome to Zoho SalesIQ and thank you for being here. I'm Sasirudh Tanapani from Zoho SalesIQ team. I've been a product trainer in SalesIQ for a couple of years. My specialty is with chatbots. Today I have a great topic to discuss with you people, that's personalized chatbots reinventing the way your business interacts with the world. So the primary focus of this webinar is to see how you can build or make your chatbots in a more personalized manner. That is, you can actually make your chatbot to behave differently for different set of audience. So that's what we're gonna cover in this particular session. Um, yeah, this is the agenda I've planned for today's session. First, we will kickstart the session by knowing what Zoho SalesIQ is for those who are new here. Then we'll talk about why do businesses need chatbots. Then I'll give you a quick walkthrough of what is Codeless Bot Builder, where using this builder you can build bots just by dragging and dropping elements. Then we'll talk about how to make your bot more personalized. I mean, in different perspectives such as marketing, sales, support, and for a few failure cases. So when it comes to sales and marketing, you can make the bot to identify your potential leads and have a separate personalized flow only for them. For example, you can make the bot to identify the leads and connect them with one of your top reps to boost more sales. When it comes to support, you can use a bot to answer your basic or routine questions. For example, in an e-commerce business, people might tend to ask how to return or what's the refund policy or what's the cancellation policy, something like this. So for these questions, you can make the bot to answer them and save your time for more complex ones. Okay, so let's just say a customer is reporting an issue. When they return for updates, you end up searching through past tickets, reading the entire conversation, and updating them manually to the visitor. So what if I say you can actually automate these by using bots? So you can make the bot to pull data from your Zoho desk or the desk solution that you're using and give it to your visitors for a quick entry, right? And what the machines, they can do mistakes as well. So whenever a bot is making a mistake or whenever there's a technical malfunctions happening, you can get email notifications as well. So we'll see that. And finally, we will talk about one of our major release in this year, which is multilingual capabilities with chatbots. So SalesIQ now supports up to 30 different languages, and also it supports different bot channels like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Telegram. So with SalesIQ chatbots, you can have or build one bot with different languages, and it can be deployed across multiple channels. So this is the power of automation SalesIQ offers for you, right? So first things first, what is Zoho SalesIQ? Well, Zoho SalesIQ is a customer engagement and live chat platform where you can use this to engage, retrieve, and retain customers. So in simple words, you can use SalesIQ to engage with the people who are visiting your site. So that's what SalesIQ is for. The basic functionality of SalesIQ is to engage with the people who are visiting your site. So to make your job easier, SalesIQ has different and numerous types of integration and automations. So one such automation is chatbots. So for those who are new here, we have two types of chatbot in SalesIQ. One is answer bot and another one is your bot. Answer bot, as the name suggests, it answers frequently asked or routine questions. So let's just say if you're a business whom you're getting frequently number of asked questions or basic questions in daily basis, you don't have to sit up, take those chats and answer them. Answer them. Bots can do that for you. Well, how does these bots work? So take a list of questions that you're getting. Take a list of questions that you're facing in daily basis. Have an answer for them and upload all these things in your SalesIQ resources. So the bot will get trained automatically. Then whenever a visitor is asking the bot a question, the bot will get an appropriate answer from your SalesIQ resource and give it to your visitors. So this is how you can use Answer Bot as a first filter to answer basic and routine questions, whereas you can pitch in for more complex ones. So one amazing thing about Answer Bot is you don't have to build it. SalesIQ has already pre-built Answer Bot for you. You just have to configure and enable it. On the other hand, we have Zoho. Zoho is a bot development platform to build compelling chatbots to automate customer interaction. So when it comes to Zoho, it's entirely customizable. I mean, you can build the bots of your dream. So it's deeply customizable to fit any business use cases. There's you can use Zoho to achieve whatever you want to do. I mean, it can transfer chat to your operators. It can schedule appointments, generate leads, create support tickets, receive payments, and you can also connect your bot with any sort of application to fetch data back and forth. For example, if you're an e-commerce business, you can use bots and give your visitors an option to track delivery. So yeah, so this is Zoho. To recap, AnswerBot can be used for support purposes, whereas Zoho can be used for risks such as sales, marketing, and many other perspectives. So AnswerBot is pre-built for you, but when it comes to Zoho, you'd have to build it. So we provide 7 different platforms to build Zoho. The first one is Codeless Bot Builder, where you can build bots just by dragging and dropping elements. So we will talk more about this bot builder in this session. Then if you're someone who loves to write code, we have SalesIQ scripts for you, which uses Deluge as a scripting language to, build your bot. So if you have your own chatbots in your own external or own server, you can hook those bots with SalesIQ by using Webhooks. And if you have Zia skills, if you have Zia, Dialogflow, Watson Instance, or Microsoft Azure, if you have bots in these services, you can connect those bots with SalesIQ and deploy it for your visitors. So these are the 7 different platforms to build bots. Zoho bots. Yeah. Before we get to learn how to make a personalized chatbot, let's take a quick example to understand better. Okay, meet James, a real estate agent. Let's just say he has a great website. He's getting lots of visitors, but he's finding it hard to convert his visitor to leads or customers. He's also struggling to provide support as well. So these are his problems. He is unable to identify his potential leads and ends up talking to the wrong one always. Then also wasting his time in answering the basic question and tends to leave the real issues where his customer actually needs help. So ultimately, he's losing out customers and the sales are going down. But James has figured a way to manage all these problems with, say, like a chatbot. I'm sure you people also have gone through the same issues with your business. But let's just see what James has done. Let's just go to his site and see what he has done to solve all these basic problems. So in this site, we have the James bot. Please scan the QR code and just type this on your right. You'll be able to navigate to a site. Let me also put the site in the chat. Okay, so this is James' site, and if you see here, this is SalesIQ widget. So when you have SalesIQ on your site, this is what your visitors will see as well. So by using this widget, your website visitors can engage with you. Right now we have bot here. So let me just click and start a conversation here. So this bot works on a real estate use case. So SalesIQ has already knows my name, which means I'm not a new visitor. I'm a returning visitor. So James has built this bot and he has provided us with 3 suggestions. Looking for a property, selling a property, and an investment. So looking for a property is more inclined towards a sales and marketing perspective, where the bot will provide us with different properties where we can, explore and know more about it. Selling a property is nothing but if you have a property, you can sell those property by using chatbots. Then I need assistance will go more into the support perspective. Let's go ahead and click on looking for a property. So let's just say, assume that we are a potential here. Okay. So James has built the bot in a way that it's personalized to a prospective leads, and and the behavior would be different to a lead and a new visitor, or that who is not a lead. So let's just assume that we are a prospect or we are a lead here. So looking for a property. Are you looking to buy or rent a property? Let's just click on rent. So whatever you're seeing here is everything customizable. What kind of property are you looking out to rent? Just say house or apartment. So it's the bot is asking a location. Let me just click on share location. So this is how you can also get location from your visitor by using location card. So I think James works on Chicago. Let's go ahead with Chicago. And yes. So yeah, these are the suggestions we're getting from the bot. So this is what we call as carousel card. So you can also use this card and market your key values or your features or the service you're providing. So let's just click on this one. I'm interested. So the bot is forwarding the chat to an agent. So this is how the bot can identify a prospective lead and connect the chat to one of your agent. So here your agent can find all the previous chats that's going on with the bot on and all the basic details here. If you have integrated your CRM desk or campaigns with SalesIQ, all those details will be available here. So with all these information, it would be a better opportunity to convert the lead or convert the prospect to a customer. So yeah, then they can just simply start a conversation like this. And this is how you can use the bot to have different behavior for leads and those who are not. So in order to see the differentiation, let us open the same URL in an incognito tab. So say like you will now actually consider me as a new visitor. Let's see how this goes. Just gonna click on chat now. There you go. Looking for a property. Rent. House or apartment. Then same, we'll go with the same Chicago. All right. Yeah. Now the bot is not transferring the chat to your agent. Instead, it's asking the name. So it will ask the name and email, then it will create a lead in CRM. So this is how you can make your bot to identify your prospects and have a separate flow or behavior only for them. Okay. Right. Let me just restart the chat and show you the support perspectives which we've talked about. So when it comes to support, we talked about two things. One, answering frequent questions and wasting the time. Second, like we talked about putting it to Zoho. So let me just click on report an issue. Please enter a query. Let's just say what's the policy. You see, bot has taken an article from say like a resource and giving it to the visitor. So this would be the article. So if the visitor finds this is not satisfying his needs or this not right, they can still have an opportunity to connect with an agent. So yeah, this is how you can use bot to have a first set of filters to answer fundamental questions, whereas you can pitch in for more complex questions. So let's go back to main menu and see how the bot is pulling information from Zoho Desk and giving us the support ticket updates. So let's just click on already reported one. So let me give my email address. So these are my recent issues that's been taken out from the whole desk. If I click on one, the bot will put data from desk and show it to me. So just like this, the subject, when it's been created, the priority, the last modified date, and a description. So this is how you can use bots and pull a ticket detail and provide the visitors with their ticket updates. So now that we have a basic idea of how you can make a bot personalized or customized based on the audience. Now we'll try to build the same. All right. So yeah, this is the live view. I guess we have lots of visitors here. So in this live view, we will be able to see who are the visitors who are currently on your site. All right. So click on settings, under bot, click on Zoho and click on add. Give your bot a name. And these are the platforms that we've talked about. Then click on next. Choose a brand for your bot. And you can also choose your departments. And we'll talk about the channels and languages, multilingual capacities at the end part of the session. Just click on next. And this is the bot's configuration. You can configure the bot in the way you want. Once you're done, click on create. You'll be navigated to the codeless bot builder. Yeah, you would just have to click on plus, and these are the cards that you can use to build your bot. So drag a card and drop it in the builder and click on save. Again, click on plus and drag a card, drop it here, and then click on save. So this is how it is easy for you to build bot by using the codeless bot builder. If you want to test the bot that you've built, just click on test your bot. There you go. So the first card, the second card, if we click on need help with processing the third card, pop. Yeah. So this is how easy for you to build bots by the codeless bot builder. Let me give you a brief introduction about these cards. So response cards can be used to provide responses for your business. It can be a message, an article from your resources, a YouTube video, a URL, or you can display your with a carousel card. Then we have input cards. Input cards can be used to get inputs from the visitor. So in the demo, we saw the bot gave us suggestions like looking for a property or selling a property or I need assistance. That's by button card. You can get the visitor's preferred date and the time by calendar card, feedback by rating card, location from location card. If you are expecting any files such as images or PDFs, any sort of files, you can use file cards. And then we have action cards. You can use action cards to perform an action when the bot conversation is going on. So you can use forward to operator card to forward the chat to one of your available operators. Then you can use send email card to send emails when the bot conversation is going on. Then you can use end cards to end the bot conversation. Then you have AA cards, which is AnswerBot and ChatGPT. So yeah, AnswerBot is the one which was seen in the demo. When we ask a question, the bot replies with an answer from your SalesIQ resources. Then we have visitor info cards where you can get type-based information such as name, email, phone, company name, or any other details from visitor field cards. Then we have integration card. Integration card can be used to perform integration related tasks. If you want to generate a lead, contact, or deal to CRM, you can use these cards. If you want to create a support ticket, you can use add ticket card. If you want to add the visitor's email to one of your campaign lists, you can use that by add to mailing list. You can also schedule appointment or receive payments by using Zoho bookings or Zoho checkout card. So these cards will work based on the integration you did with SalesIQ under the integration tab. Settings, integration, and there you go. So those cards will work based on the integration you did here. All right, now we'll talk about how to identify your potentials. Well, you can use criteria router card to identify your potential. So what is a criteria router? Well, this card can actually help you to have a personalized or a customized flow based on the type of audience that the bot is serving or engaging. So let's click on add a role. So let's just say lead score is greater than 5,000. And let's just name the rule as prospects and click on add rule. So yeah, now what will happen is when the visitor is engaging with the bot, the first card will trigger. Then when it comes to the criteria router, if the lead score is greater than 5,000, they will be routed to this particular flow. If not, they will be routed to not matched flow. This is how you can use the criteria router to split the visitors based on your business. For those who are new here, let me tell you what lead score is. Lead score is a score given to your visitors by you based on some metrics or conditions. Let me show you where to configure the lead score. So in settings under automate, you can find lead scoring. So click on it. This is the condition. If time on site is greater than 15, we can set up a visitor with some score. We can also add more than one conditions. These are the different conditions or metrics you have here to define score for your visitors. Now let's just give another condition. Number of visitors is greater than 20. Yes. So with both these conditions, we can define or set up a score. So based on this, whenever a visitor matches these conditions, SalesIQ will give those particular visitors a score for you to know the weightage of the visitor before engaging or when you're engaging with them. For example, let's just say you have two visitors to talk to simultaneously. The one with lead score 0 and the other one with lead score 100. So who would you give more preference? The one with 100, right? So by using this, you can find a prospective or the one who's really interested in your business. So that's lead score. So yeah, by lead score, you can also identify your prospects, or we have many more metrics. So we have or else and, so let's just say or. You can even have CRM values here. So let's just say CRM deal probability is greater than 60 and rule save. So for all these prospects, you can use the forward card and transfer the chat to your selected operators. So here you can select the operators whom the bot would want to transfer the chat. And yes, just click on save. And that's it. So now what will happen is when a visitor is engaging with the bot, if both these criteria matches, they will be routed to an operator. If not, they'll be routed to this particular flow. So this is how the bot, which we've seen in the demo, identified me as prospect And when we started a conversation in an incognito tab, the bot found us a not prospective visitor. So we had two different flows. So let me just show you the bot which we have seen in the demo. So this is the bot we had a look at, and here is what I've done. So if lead score is greater than 500, I'm routing those visitors to an operator. If not, I'm getting the name and email address, and I'm creating a lead in CRM. So this is how we can also identify your prospects and have a separate flow based on them. So to recap, you can use criteria routed card and list out all the metrics that you feel that's important for your business, and you easily filter out the prospective ones and have a separate flow. You can transfer the chat to an operator, or you can also have your own unique flow to welcome your prospects alone. This is the first one which we talked about. I mean, identifying the prospects and connecting them or routing them to agents. So this is the sales and marketing perspective. When it comes to support perspective, we talked about two problems: answering routine questions with AnswerBot and showing a support. Pulling the data from Zoho Desk and displaying the ticket status or updates to the visitor. Let's learn how to do that. Click on plus again. So under AI cards, you have something called AnswerBot. So click on it, and yeah, you have all the AnswerBot configurations here. So it could be SalesIQ resources, article, FAQ, small talks. So those who are new here, small talks are nothing but informal phrases of the words. If you say hi, the bot will also reply hi. So that's what small talk is about. So if you have integrated your sales like with Zoho Desk, you can also make the bot to fetch answer from your Zoho Desk knowledge base as well. So this, I'm just going to click on sales like resources. We also have a little add-on with OpenAI. So whenever you're using Answer Bot, the bot will take an appropriate answer from your resources and provide it for your visitors. So in the demo, the bot gave us with an article. So when you enable this one, instead of showing us or providing us with the article, the bot will take the specific or precise answer from the article and give right to us. All right. So this, we have two cases. If the answer bot has found an appropriate answer, this will be the text. And here are some good articles that can be a good help for you and follow actions. Let's say more questions. Nope. That's it. Okay. If the bot cannot find an answer from your resource, this would be the text, and you can have a different follow-up action for them. Connect to agent. Nope, that's it. So let's click on save and see how this goes. What is the cancellation policy? Yeah, so this is an article. So, and this is also an answer from your frequently asked question, which is FAQs. So let's just enable this option and see how it goes. So let's see how the OpenAI is helping AnswerBot to fetch a specific answer from the article. So yeah, instead of showing me the entire article, the bot has phrased or took a precise answer from this particular article and displayed to me. So this is the difference. And if the bot cannot find any answers, we'll see that phrase as well. let's just say who is Elon Musk. The bot will not have any answers. So this is the answer not found case. Connect to an agent and no. So the red one is answer not found case, the blue one is answer found case, and the failure leg is when the answer bot engine itself has going under any technical malfunction, something like that. So you can have, you can define all the actions with, with the cards which we have available here. So this is answer bot. So when you are trying to, when the visitor feels the answer is not that much useful, when he's trying to connect with one of your operators, we can provide them with a personalized touch. So you can use forward operator card and make sure this option is being enabled. All right. Then now we can use something called chat routing and provide the visitor to engage with the operator that he has previously engaged with. So bot and chat routing are two different things. So whether you have bot or no bot, when our SalesIQ is transferring the chat to your operator, the chat routing rules comes into the picture. So whether it's a bot trying to transfer the chat to your agent, or when you don't have any bot, you'd be only having the pre-chat forms. And when the visitor is filling out the pre-chat form and engaging with you, the chat routing rule will come into the picture. So what are we trying to do exactly here? When the answer bot has answered the visitor, and if the visitor sees it's not it's not a great answer, or he's trying to learn more, and he's clicking on connect to an agent, the bot will transfer the chat. While transferring the chat, chat routing rule comes into the picture. When the chat transfer is happening, you can provide a personalized touch for the visitor by connecting an operator that they have previously talked with. For example, let's take James, the real estate guy, as a sales and support rep. Let's just say I am an existing customer reaching out to support. Let's just say I've already conversed with James to solve my previous issue. So when I'm reaching out again, SalesIQ will connect me to James instead of connecting me to other operators to have a personalized touch. So we can achieve that by chat routing tools. So click on add, give your role a name, and select a brand. Make sure this brand and the bot's brand are same. So visitor type is all, and here just select on lost chat attendee. So now when the visitor is clicking on connect to an agent, SalesIQ will see if this particular visitor has engaged with any previous operator. If it does, the SalesIQ will route the visitor to the same last attendee. So you can do this in order to provide, more personalized touch. So this is how you can, make your bot or make your SalesIQ personalized towards your audience or based on your audience. So now that we have talked about how to identify your prospect and have a separate flow based on them, we also talked about the answer bot, how you can use the bot as a first filter to answer your basic questions. Then we also talked about how when the chat transfer is happening, you can enhance your chat transfer method by connecting the chat to one of your previous operators' chats. Then, all right, so this is the card gallery. When it comes to sales and marketing, we talked about the prospects with criteria routed to provide enhanced support. We have AnswerBot, of course. So these are the resources, article, FAQ, small talks, and systems. Yes, now it's time to talk about real-time ticket updates from the chatbot. So you might probably had this question at the beginning itself. We have lots of cards or lots of blocks here. So what if you want an action that's not listed over here? For example, let's just take OTP verification. Let's just say you wanna verify the visitor's email with OTP. We don't have a card here. So for those instances, you can use something called plugs. Plugs is a platform to create your own unique actions and bring them inside the codeless bot builder as the REST cards to fit your business. It could be any sort of integration or any customized action. So to pull data from desk, we would be using plugs. So let me give you a brief introduction about plugs. So under developer, click on plugs. Click on add. This is going to be a bit technical. Please bear with me. So let's just say this plug. So you have two different platforms, scripts and webhooks. So when it comes to plug, you would have to write deluge code. So this is the plug. This is where you have to write your deluge code to perform a certain action. When it comes to plug, parameters is the first and foremost thing. So there are two types of parameter, input and output. To understand this in a simple terms, let's just consider this as a factory. We are sending in raw materials as inputs, which is input parameters. These raw materials are processed, which is the code you're writing here, and the last product is the output parameter. So with certain inputs, you're performing some actions by writing code. Finally, you're passing the output of the code as the output parameter. So this is plugs overview. Now let's see how to fetch data from the desk. Here we are using Zoho Desk as the integration. So in order to do that, you have four steps. First, you would have to get a list of recent support tickets from your Zoho desk and provide those lists in a single choice card. Once the visitor selects any option from the single choice card, then you'd have to write another plug to get the specific or respective ticket details and respect to your for your visitors, just like this. So first you'd have to display the list, and when the visitor or user is clicking on a particular ticket, you'd have to write another plug to get or pull ticket details from the desk. So in order to do that, we would have to define the things and parameters. So let me just go ahead with, so I've already built a plug for all these things. So this is the plug. So these are the parameters. So as an input, we would have to pass the email. So once the email has been passed as input, the plug code will get executed. As an output, the plug will pass a list of recent support tickets as output. So let me just test it out so you'll get an idea. Let's say the .t at. Oh. So I'm passing email as an input. If I click on submit, so the plug has been executed and it's giving out all the ticket details, recent ticket details. So click on publish. This plug will be available in the codeless bot builder. So let's just see how it works. So click on plugs. So yeah, this is the plug which we've seen now. So there we have defined the parameters. Now you'd have to put values to those parameters. Yeah, we have to get the email first. So let's just use email card and save. We'll try to use the plug card, get ticket list, through the email. So whatever the email is getting here, that email will be passed as an input parameter. So once the plug is executed, it will pass a list of recent support tickets. It have to provide a name to save all these lists. just say visitor ticket dot list and save. So once it's successful, we would have to use single choice card, and let me just delete all these. Click on add dynamic suggestion and choose the output variable which we have looked in this plug. And that's it. Let's test the bot. So the email, and there you go, list of tickets from your Zoho desk. So we have all the sample plugs. Let me share you the help links in the chat. So this is how you can also write another plug to get a specific details from desk and display to your visitors. With this, all the technical part is done and over. Now we will move to the handling failure part. So yeah, bot is also a machine. It can do mistakes or technical malfunction can happen as well. So for those instances, when those sort of instances happens, you would have to get notified, right? If you're not aware of whatever technical issues that's happening in your portal, you would never know what happened. So in those cases, you can use send email card and mail yourself about the failure that's been happening. For example, let's just say we're trying to generate a lead. Let me just click on plus icon and add a card in between cards. All right. So let's just say we want to create a lead. Okay. If it's success, we can, have more cards. If it's failure, just click on send email card and give your email here, .com, and the subject as lead creation failure. So what? And body would be hi, the lead is failed. The lead is not pushed to CRM. So you can also provide the lead's name and email right here itself. Lead name, booster.name, which is the name we're getting in this card. And email, lead email. Booster.email and bot. So this is how you can get email notification when some sort of failure is happening in your bot, right? Then now we'll talk about multilingual capabilities and different bots language. So to do that, navigate to the bot's profile. So you can have a description for your bot, and you can choose the brand which you want the bot to get associated with. And now we have channels. So yeah, the bot can be used in website. If you have your own mobile app, you can use the bot for your mobile app as well by using Mobilism SDK. You can also have Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, and Line as well. So we are yet to make the bot support for Line, and we have something called supported languages and default languages. Click on plus for those languages you want the bot to converse with. Just choose the English is already been chosen. Just choose Dutch, French, and German. Click on save. So out of this selected language, supported language, select a default language. Let's just have it as English. So what is the difference between select supported and default language? When the visitor is initiating a conversation from the bot will analyze the visitor's first message language If it's configured, the bot will use that language. I mean, if the bot is configured with if any one of the language that's here, the bot will use that language. If the bot doesn't know which language that the visitor is talking, it will use different language. For example, let's just say I'm engaging with the bot. I'm using French as my language. If I say hola, the bot will engages with me by using French. If I use Japanese, the bot is not configured for Japanese. So the bot will start to engage with me with English language. So click on next and next. So the bot will again. So you can configure the bot for different languages right here. So all the available languages will be listed here, and there you go. So there are certain things that you have to remember when you are making your bot multilingual. So you can only edit the bot's flow in the default language. So when it comes to other language, you can only edit the contents, but you can't edit any bot flow. And we only change in the default language. So yes, and please understand that whatever contents you're giving out for the default language will be available all through these languages. If you switch to Dutch, the same default language, which means English, is available. So you'd have to manually rewrite all these messages to Dutch or to French or to German. By using this, you can make your bot multilingual and serve across more audience globally. So yeah, with this, we've come to the very end of the webinar. So I hope this was really useful for you people. So yeah, if you have any questions, please do keep coming. We'll try to answer them. And this is the bot's compatibility with channels. So you can also create a lead or deal or even tags using bots in your channels as well. So now it's a win-win. By using all these mechanisms, you can boost sales, have an enhanced support, you have multilingual bots to serve global audience, and you have different bot channels as well. So by using all these things, you can, level up your business. So yes, thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Have a great day.